Nichols, and these are my research partners.
I'm Megan.
I'm Asmi.
And I'm Parmise. We've researched the aftermath of World War II and how East Germany was left behind in terms of development. Due to the constant pressure and stress the Cold War put on East Germany, it is behind in its development, especially in its economy, compared to West Germany. Hold on. As you can see in this graph, you can tell that East Germany is very behind during the Cold War, and it doesn't show it here, but after the Cold War as well. We have found 3 solutions to resolve this issue, such as slowing down the development in former West Germany so that former East Germany can get up to speed, having non-governmental organizations provide resources for former East Germany, and for the government of Germany to establish more businesses and factories in former East Germany.
The countries of East and West Germany were created after World War II to punish Germany for the behavior of the Nazi regime as they invaded several countries to try to implement their Aryan race ideology. This included trying to eliminate the Jewish population and killing those who were non-German or those that did not support the Nazi government. This was done in order to only have people considered to be a part of the Aryan race throughout all the land they conquered. After Germany split, the west side contained land with British, French, and American influence, all with capitalistic governments, while the east side contained land with influence from the communist Soviet Union. The capital of both areas was Berlin, therefore Berlin was also split into east and west sides. Due to the restrictive nature of East Germany, many defected to West Germany. To combat this, East Germany built the Berlin Wall, which isolated East Germany more than before, as it made it very difficult for East Germans to defect to West Germany due to the tight restrictions that came with the wall. The East German market was not open to any country that did not follow the communist ideology, so resources for development were more limited, which created a different rate of development for East and West Germany alike.
After World War II, cultural, economical, and political changes occurred throughout Germany. In the matter of education, former East Germany's school systems were more uniform than former West Germany's school systems due to the communist rule East Germany was governed by. Under the Soviet Union, communistic ideals were implemented in schools throughout Eastern Germany, which meant that individuality and creativity were discouraged and replaced in favor of loyalty to the Soviet Union and group thinking. In former West German school systems, local governments were given autonomy, which led to varied educational curriculums across the region that encouraged free thinking and ingenuity because of the capitalistic governments and their policies in place. When the Soviet Union took control of Eastern Germany, which they renamed the German Democratic Republic, the dominant political party became the Socialist Unity Party of Germany, or SED. This party controlled all the decisions concerning businesses, schools, and the wages of the citizens. The East Germans were so restricted that they were unable to speak out against the Soviets for fear of punishment. Because of this totalitarian regime, many East Germans emigrated to West Germany, renamed the Federal Republic of Germany, which created a brain drain in the GDR and put its economy in serious decline. The communistic control exerted by the Soviet Union had a major role in causing the German Democratic Republic's economy to suffer. After they took over, the unemployment rate in the GDR became staggeringly high compared to the rate of the Federal Republic of Germany. According to the Pew Research Center, in 2018, the average unemployment rate in the GDR was 6.9%, while unemployment was only 4.8% in the Federal Republic, as shown in the second graph. The per capita gross domestic product in the same year was also severely low for the GDR, as their gross domestic product was only 32,108 euros, while its counterpart garnered 42,971 euros, as shown in the first graph.
Our first solution was to slow down development in former West Germany so that former East Germany could catch up. This would include stopping frivolous spending, bringing down the gross national income, and bringing down the overall economy down to in former West Germany to former East Germany's level of development. This cannot be done, however, as it would ruin many people's lives because people would be paid less and they wouldn't be able to sustain their family like they once could. People would go into poverty because companies would be shutting down, and people would lose their jobs at those companies and their only source of income would be lost. Rations would be put in place because for a country to be less developed, their agricultural technology has to be less developed as well. And that would cause a shortage of food, so the rations would be put in place. Buildings would become dilapidated and abandoned, like these two here. And people in former West Germany would become very upset because this is not fair for them and that they have to go backwards so that former East Germany can catch up to them. It would cause more tension and division between these two groups of people, and people wouldn't be able to live normally, and former West Germany's development would suffer if this route is taken.
Our second solution is to have non-governmental organizations help provide more resources for the region of East Germany. This can work because then Germany will not need to pay for Eastern Germany much, if at all. Eastern Germany would be able to get resources more easily, as there would be little to no need for the government to get involved when it comes to funding more for the eastern side of Germany and getting resources for it. Having non-governmental organizations would also allow Eastern Germany to have more connectivity with other countries. As Eastern Germany will get more visitors, as people working in these non-governmental organizations will come to deliver materials or see some of their work in progress. And this will increase tourism and put even more money into all the communities in Eastern Germany. However, this route cannot be taken, as Eastern Germany is only a region of Germany and does not need as much financial need as some entire countries do, as Eastern Germany can still provide the necessities of food, water, and shelter to most people living in the region. Financial need is meant for entire countries whose citizens do not have the same necessities for most citizens living there and or have unsteady governments that cause this and restrict certain freedoms.
The final and best solution that we have come up with would be to encourage more. The final and best solution that we've come up with to help former East Germany grow economically and become more developed like West Germany would be to allow and encourage Western or multinational corporations and companies to move their areas and production facilities towards the more eastern part of Germany. Currently, there are many major multinational corporations that have main locations in areas in or near the former West Germany. If these companies moved across to the more eastern part of the country, then the people in this area would have a better chance at finding a stable job. In the eastern part of Germany, unemployment rates are still behind the former West Germany. Pew Research Center.org conducted a survey about the differences between the former East and West Germany, and some of the results are shown in the graph on the left. This means that there is a lack of jobs available for people to have. If multinational corporations moved to the eastern part of the country, this would help improve this problem by giving people jobs. But there are still a few limitations to this solution. One limitation may be that it is possible for the workers to be taken advantage of. Sadly, it is common practice for major corporations to take advantage of international workers, and it is likely to happen. Another limitation may be the different treatment towards Eastern workers. There are many differences between the former East and West Germany that may cause discrimination, the main one being the difference in people's quality of life, depending on where they live. The graph above on the right is from the same Pew Research Center survey, and it shows that there is a high percentage of people that believe the former East Germany has not yet achieved similar or the same living standards as the former West Germany. Overall, the benefits of this solution outweigh the limitations. By bringing in these multinational corporations to help provide jobs for the former East German area of the country, there would be an increase in jobs, which significantly would help the economy in eastern states, which in turn would help improve people's qualities of life who live there.
As you can see, moving businesses will indeed be the best solution to close the gap between former East Germany and former West Germany's development. Even though World War II and its fallout was a little less than 100 years ago, it still has a great impact on Germany and the surrounding European countries today.
All right, so just a reminder, we're still in presentation here. Okay, each one of you is going to get a different question. Make sure that your answer is addressing what the question asks using details. Okay, we're gonna start with Megan. Megan, describe how the content of the team presentation was changed as a result of your group's discussion.
Originally, we were going to focus on more towards the changes and differences more culturally and ethically, but we discovered while researching that it was very hard to pinpoint problems and solutions and limitations towards more ethical and cultural things that divided the East and West Germany. So we settled that the best way to come across with a argument and then a final solution would be to lean more towards the economic side of the country.
All right, Osby. In what way did you improve your ability to work with the group as a result of this project?
I learned how to have fun and stay on task at the same time, and make sure to have everybody's ideas used and incorporated into the presentation in the best way I could.
All right, Jules, reflecting on all three of your colleagues' work, which one had the greatest impact on your overall understanding of the problem that you identified?
I think the one that gave me the most understanding of the problem was the economic side of it, because it really showed the underdevelopment of Eastern Germany compared to the development of Western Germany. I think that really helped us with the TMP, and it showed what the problem was, and it also helped in our solutions as well.
Okay. And lastly, Parmise, in the future, what change would you make to your group norms, and how would you expect that to improve your team presentation?
In the future, I would like us to finish sooner with our presentation and our scripts so that we could practice more and work out fine details better, because we kind of worked to not the last minute, but we didn't have a lot of time to practice as much as I wanted to.
All right, let's give him another round of applause. All right, you are done. You may have a seat.
Okay. Should we stop the recording?
Yeah, you can stop.